Hello and welcome back to the KenOhwee Channel. And for today's episode, I'll be ending this year by counting down the top 10 action figures I've reviewed in 2018. And my god, what a year it has been. But before we begin, I'd just like to note that this list all comes down to my personal preference, so everyone will have their own different top 10 list, and I hope you can respect my choices. And as always, the action figures are determined by their figure quality, overall package, and of course, playability. And since there were a lot of figures released in 2018 and I became extremely busy towards the second half of the year, so unfortunately I wasn't able to review some of them, but I still hope you guys will enjoy today's episode. So without further ado, starting with number 10, Egg Attack Action, Spider-Man. There's a reason why I made a whole sketch around this figure. If you wanted a posable caricature version of Spider-Man from the Homecoming movie, this is it. And it comes with a lot of accessories to boot. Magnetized eyes, magnetized back in case you want to dangle him around lamps, and overall, a very solid Spider-Man figure, though I hope in the future Beast Kingdom would tighten up their figure joint to support all their weight on the head, which is why he is only at number 10. Number 9. PX Preview, Mesco Deadpool. If I were to pay a few extra dollars on something, they better give me a whole lot of accessories to justify that, and the PX Preview Deadpool came with that. The figure itself was really good, as you all know from Mesco's action figure in the beginning of the year. This guy came with a ton of accessories that's just so fun to play with, and if you're a fan of this look, then it's a double treat. But the fact that it's pretty much just a repaint of an original figure with a few added accessories puts this figure in the number 9 spot. Number 8. SH Figuarts Hulk. As mentioned in the review, I've always wanted an extremely posable Hulk figure, and the SH Figuarts answered that prayer. The only reason why he isn't higher on the list is because this felt to me like a comic depiction of the Hulk instead of the movie due to his looks. Not to mention, not a lot of accessories were given, and it is a little bit more expensive than other figures, but it is still a wonderfully sculpted figure and a lot of fun to pose with. SH Figuarts definitely smashed it. Number 7. Marvel Legends, Eric Gillmonger. Ooh yes, of course Gillmonger is on this list. Not only do I think he's one of the most badass looking villain, but his action figure managed to capture that as well. All for the price of $20. $40 in Australia, sadly. Yes, Marvel Legend figures are extremely expensive in Australia, but I did not regret paying for this figure. An awesome body sculpt, and given just enough accessories to justify the price you're paying for this figure. Well done, Marvel Legends. Number 6. SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 50. Finally, SH Figuarts made an Iron Man action figure that looks close to the movies instead of adding in unnecessary bulk and sculpt that separates the look like the Mark 46 or 47. Coupled with so many accessories just makes this an extremely fun Iron Man figure to play with. I am, however, disappointed that they're releasing a nano weapon set featuring all the accessories shown in the movies for a whopping $100. This figure would have been perfect. Best action figure of 2018 if everything just came together. But that's how companies make money, I guess. 2019 will be another dry year for us collectors. Number 5. Revoltech Carnage. When a figure gives you the ability to create your own version of the character however you like, that just puts this figure over the top in terms of playability. And that is the Revoltech Carnage. It has the usual amazing Yamaguchi articulation, and it has an extremely amazing sculpt while not repeating the mistake they did with the Venom figure. And the accessories given to you and the holes in his body is sufficient for you to equip everything on him. So you could either give him one blade or make him go maximum carnage. The possibilities are endless, and that's why this figure is so much fun to play with. Though I wish the Revoltech joint design can be improved in the future, as it affects the figure in ways that the figure has difficulty just standing normally. And the holes in his body, though it serves a purpose, may put off some collectors. Number 4. Mafex Batman or Tactical Batman. I'm combining these two figures because they are essentially the same figure in terms of articulation. They just look a little different, but that doesn't take away the fact that as an overall package, they are amazing action figures. Plenty of articulation, not to mention soft material for capes with wires on the side for posability, all the accessories that were provided for these figures for you to play around with, and the sculpt itself. The overall package experience you'll be getting from this justifies, if not exceeds, the price you're paying for these figures. Amazing Batman figures. Number 3. SH Figuarts Ultraman Eggs. I know a lot of you may find it weird that this figure is so high on my list, but a big factor for me is a figure's playability, and this figure was extremely fun to play with. Not only did they incorporate new and clever ways to attach his armor, which conceals some of the joint, and it made it very easy to equip him with the armor. The articulation provided were great, and the look of this figure were spot on. And it's like you're getting a 2-in-1 figure deal for the price of one. And just like the amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine last year, I keep coming back to mess around with this figure because he gives you that confidence that you can throw any pose and he'll be able to do it without breaking. Number 2. SH Figuarts Kid Goku. A figure I never expected they would be able to pull off, but they did. They managed to put in all their SH Figuarts engineering into a much smaller body than usual, and to top it all off, a sculpt that makes you think the character from the comics itself came to life and landed on your palm because of how insanely accurate he looks. And it comes with plenty of accessories to play around with as well, providing us with playful faces to battle ready faces, and that golden cloud is just a thing every collector or fan would ever want from a Kid Goku figure. So thank you very much SH Figuarts for this amazing action figure. Number 1. Metal Build Mazinger Z Infinity. The best action figure of 2018 in my humble opinion, but also one of the most expensive action figures I've received this year. But this is one of those rare occasions where you feel like you're getting a premium figure for the premium price you're paying for it. Die-cast metal on his legs, so he is an extremely stable figure. The sculpt was just beautiful, and if you watch the movie, it's like the character came to life. And having such a bulky and heavy design, you'd think articulation would be sacrificed, but no, not this figure. Everything moves around and out of the way to allow more room for others. The beauty of action figure engineering at its best. You'd be watching in awe as you pose this figure. And of course, his accessories. Where do I begin? A stand that's so big to maintain the weight of this figure, all the pieces that can be attached to him that you didn't know it's possible because they concealed the joint on this figure so well, and of course, articulated wings and rockets. Basically everything you'd want in an action figure, build quality, accessories, articulation at its best is right here in the hero built Mazinger Z action figure. And that is why I still come back to play with this figure even after so many figures have been released this year, and it's the reason why it's on my desk so I could keep it close to me at all times, and that is why this is my number 1 action figure of 2018. That concludes my top 10 action figures of 2018. If you guys are interested in watching the reviews of any of the figures featured in the list, I'll put their links in the description down below. Once again, I'd just like to say that this is all based on my personal preference, and I'm sure everyone has their own top 10 action figures of 2018, so I hope you can respect my choices. But I still like to hear your thoughts on what is your top 10, if not top 5 action figures of 2018. Share it with me in the comment section down below. And with that all said, thank you all very much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed today's episode, do hit that like button and subscribe if you're new for more reviews in the future. And if you'd like to support this channel directly, consider donating on Patreon. I'd just like to give a special thank you to everyone who has been watching this channel or any of my videos from 2018. I still have a week's worth of break before going back to work, so I'll be pushing out reviews that I have promised for the companies who have sent me toys and also to you guys, so I'll do my very best. And I thank you all for your patience. I truly appreciate all of your support, and I hope all of you are having an amazing new year, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy New Year! To watch more, click here. Click here for video 1. Click here for video 2. Click here to subscribe. Click it. Thank you for watching. Arigato. Thank you.